Hello guys, I am Nidhi S. Bagalwadi, your science teacher. In the last class, we discussed regarding the current carrying in a conductor, how the current, that is the flow of charges occurs inside the conductor, and we also discussed regarding how many electrons will be there in the 1 coulomb of charge. Okay, this all we discussed in a very deep or in a very depth, right? Today's class we are going to discuss a different term, that is the from this term our syllabus starts actually. So till now whatever I completed this session, this is a basic information. So without those basic information you can't learn this term, okay, in a more understandable way, in a more understanding. So for better understanding of the concept, I dealt with certain basic concepts. So here our NCERT syllabus starts from this term, that is a potential difference. So what is this potential difference is? So before going to that, we will discuss how the flow of electrons occurs. So as I said in the last class, the flow of electrons will be from the battery, that is through the conductors. Okay. So that is through the conductor. It is the movement of the electron, continuous movement of the electron. So what makes that continuous movement of the electron? That also I said by applying the external energy, by applying the external force with the movement of electrons, that is the electrons move. Yeah, the electrons move in a particular direction. What is that force? So that force will come from the battery itself. That force will come from the battery itself. So how the battery will get that force? How that force makes the electron to move? So that is because of the chemical reaction which takes place inside the battery. Because of the chemical reaction which takes place inside the battery, the force is created, some energy is created inside the battery which makes the electron to move through the conducting wire. So what makes here? Actually what that chemical reaction is involving. So that we will learn in a higher classes. So when we study regarding the battery over here, usually the battery will be consisting of two parts. The battery consists of two parts. We know that the first part is a negative part and a positive part. The one end is negative end and the other end is positive end. So the ends we will call it as terminals. So how we will say this as a negative terminal only? How we will say this as a positive terminal only? It is due to that inside the battery we will be having two metal plates. Inside the battery we will be having two metal plates. Okay. So these metal plates will be there. No, these metal plates. The metal plate which is at the end of negative terminal will be rich in negative charges, or we can say will be rich in electrons. The end at the negative terminal will be rich in electrons. That is why that end is considered as a negative end or a negative terminal. And the end which is considered as positive, here we will be having the positive charges. So we can say deficient of electrons or no electrons. So this side will be having no negative charges at all. That is why this end is considered as a positive terminal or the positive end. Okay, so where there will be no negative charges only. So what happens here, as this end will be considering or will be having, as this end will be having the negative charges, okay, so this end will be having the negative charges and the conducting wire, suppose this is a copper, this will be also having the negative charges. So what happens here, there will be a repulsion between these charges. There will be a repulsion. The electron or the negative charge present at this end says to this electron, move away, you move away, I can't come with you or I can't come towards you. Move away, because these are the like charges and we know that like charges repel, they move away from each other. So due to that repulsion, there will be a movement of electrons. There will be a movement of electrons. So this is how the battery creates a force and there will be movement of electron. Let us come to this concept now. Now, let us take two beakers, okay. Let us take a 50 ml of water in both, 50 ml of water in both, and connect these two beakers by a pipe. So when you connect a pipe between these two beakers where the height is same and the amount of water is same, can you observe the movement of water? No, because there is no height difference. There is no water. There is a level of water difference. Why? Because there is no difference at all. So that is why you can't see the movement of water. Okay, now let us consider the other case as, let us take a beaker. One is placed at certain height, other is placed at certain height. Now I am taking 100 ml of water here. Here I am taking 25 ml of water. Then I am connecting these two pipes. I am connecting these two beakers using the pipe. Okay, now here I will take 25 ml. Okay, so now when you see the movement of water, obviously the water moves from here to here, this beaker to that beaker. Why? Because there is a height difference as well as there is a water level difference. So what happens actually? The water moves from higher level to the lower level. The water moves from higher amount to the lower amount. Let us consider this classroom is filled with a gas, with some certain gas where all the windows and ventilators are closed. Okay. Now, when I open a single window of this classroom, what happens? The gas moves from the higher amount to the lesser amount, that is towards outside. Why? Because there will be a difference. So, did you get now? So, when anything or any substance has to move, there should be certain difference. So, here, until what the water moves? Until it attains the same level. Until both the beakers attains the same level of water, till that the water will be moving from this beaker to this beaker and until the height of two beakers becomes same. So here we can say for movement of any substance there should be a difference. Now here if I want this bulb to glow continuously, what should happen there? There should be a continuous movement. If there should be a continuous movement of electron, here also we want some difference. Because in these cases you saw the movement occurs when there will be certain difference between two bodies. And here if we want the movement of electrons continuously, we want certain difference. So what is that difference? Where we will get the difference? That difference is in the battery itself. So as I said before, this end will be containing certain negative charges. This end will be containing certain positive charges. So this creates a repulsion between the electrons of conducting wire and this battery end. So this repulsion makes the electrons to move. So there will be a charge difference between this end and this end. So this electric charge difference between two terminals of the battery, I repeat, this electric charge difference between these two terminals of a battery is nothing but the potential difference. Did you get my point? So here, if we want the continuous movement of the electrons, we need the difference. That difference should be continuous. So which is that difference? That is nothing but the potential difference. What is that? It is nothing but the electric charge difference. The number of electric negative charges here, the number of electric charges this side. So that charge difference creates the potential difference. Okay. Yes. So let me write that. This is the actual statement of the potential difference. So let me write this as PD. It is nothing but the electric charge difference. Electric charge difference. Okay. Across what? Across two terminals of a battery. Two terminals of a battery. This is the actual statement of the potential difference. When we come to the textbook definition, it is nothing but when we come to the textbook definition, let us also learn that. So in the 9th class, we learned work done. That is work done, that is W is equal to force into displacement. So what is displacement? Displacement is nothing but the movement of a thing from one place to another place. And that is movement of here, the movement of a charge from an actual position to the other position. The electrons will be moving, they will be changing their place. Okay, so the force will be from the battery, the external force. What is that force? How that force will come? That is due to the chemical reaction inside the battery creates some force. So this force into the displacement of the electrons. This force into the displacement of the electron causes some potential difference, causes some work done. So that work done is nothing but the potential difference. So according to our textbook, the potential difference can be written as work done by movement of or displacement of 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge. So how many electrons 1 coulomb of charge contains? 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. So here the work done by displacement of 1 coulomb of charge from one terminal of a battery. One terminal of a battery. Okay. To other terminal of a battery. Okay, leads to the formation of electric charge difference, which is called as potential difference. So this is regarding the potential difference about the battery. In the upcoming session, we are going to learn regarding the electric potential. I hope you understood. This is a practical way which I defined, that is electric charge difference. How the electric charge difference occurs, that is due to the two metal plates. One will be rich in electrons, one will be deficient in electrons. So this difference along with the conducting wire in the circuit causes electric charge difference between two terminals of a battery, which is termed as a potential difference. So potential difference is also called as, this is also termed as voltage. This is also termed as voltage. In a common way, when we will be talking, we won't refer it as potential difference. We will be saying, today we have a low voltage, today we have a high voltage. Okay. This is all regarding the potential difference. In upcoming sessions, we will be dealing with the other terms related to electricity. Until that, enjoy the physics around you. Have a nice day.